Hey guys, welcome back to another Matthew Reno video. In today's video, I'm going to tell you guys 5 films that should be released in theaters for their anniversaries. So, let's begin. I'm going to start with the 5 film to the last one, and that's the first one. So, let's begin. Number 5. At number 5, a film that should be released in theaters for its anniversary, and that's the Disney's 1940 Pinocchio film. Because I feel like Pinocchio, because if you guys remember from last year, and you guys can go check out the video I did in February, Pinocchio celebrated his 85th anniversary last year in 2025. You guys can check out the video I did, like 2 of them. I did the collection and the celebration video. And this year, Pinocchio is going to be turning his 86th anniversary on February the 7th of this year in 2027. So that'd be very nice to see Pinocchio return to screen, because if he does actually return to screens, a bunch of people would go over there to watch it, and I would definitely go watch Pinocchio for his 86th anniversary. So that's the 5th film I want to see in theaters. The 4th film that should be getting released in theaters, and that's the 1968 Godzilla film Destroy All Monsters. The Destroy All Monsters film is a Godzilla film from 1968 that is one of my favorite Godzilla films. Well, it's my favorite film because it shows a bunch of classic Godzilla monsters like Godzilla, Rodan, Varan, Anguirus, Manila, Baragon, Manda, Kumonga, King Ghidorah, Gorosaurus, and a bunch of others. And I do like the fight scene that Godzilla and the Earth monsters fight King Ghidorah. And this year in 2026, Destroy All Monsters will be celebrating its 58th anniversary this year in 2026. So I hope that Destroy All Monsters will get re-released in theaters in this year or sometime around. So that's the 4th film I want to. That's the 4th film that should be released in theaters. Number 3. Another film I think that I would definitely go pay watch. I would go watch pay I would pay money to go see the film. Another film that should be released in theaters for its anniversary, and it's the 2001 Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius film. So this year in 2026, Jimmy Neutron will be celebrating his 25th anniversary. The original film from 2001, it was released in December the 21 in 2001. Of course, I did see the film, but it would have been awesome to watch him on screen in the theater. And also, I feel like it's also a good timing to have Jimmy Neutron have the film be released this year in 2026, because it will be turning his 25th anniversary this year, and that'd be kind of awesome if if the anniversary does happen in 2026 this year for his 25th anniversary. The movie people should have the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius film released probably on the exact same day like the original was released, or maybe in January next year. So that's the third film I want. That's the third film that should be released in theaters. Number 2, a second film that I feel like it should definitely come back to theaters, and it's the 1995. It's the 1995 classic Chris Farley film Tommy Boy. So if you guys haven't watched Tommy Boy, you guys can go watch it. It's available on Paramount Plus. But I think Tommy Boy is one of the films that I liked. I started watching this film in 2025 of last year, and alongside the Saturday Night Lives of Chris Farley. And I always liked him playing as Matt Foley as Saturday Night Live. Last year in 2025, Tommy Boy celebrated his 30th anniversary, the exact same year when Toy Story celebrated its 30th anniversary alongside a Goofy movie as well. This year in 2026, Tommy Boy is celebrating its 31st anniversary, to which I feel like Tommy Boy should have been released in theaters last year in 2025. But I'm hoping that Tommy Boy will get released in theaters, because I feel like it would have been awesome for the classic comedy show to come back in theaters. So that's the second film That's the second film that should get released in theaters. And now the last film that should be released in theaters in probably, I think it's around what I think it should be like released next year in 2027. And that's the 2017 My Little Pony the movie. Now, why? Well, you see, because I feel like Twilight and her friends should make a triumphant comeback to the big screen. And also, G5 hasn't been working well with some My Little Pony fans during the time when G5 and A New Generation would come out. And people have been demanding for the main six to return, and I feel like it would have been perfect. This year in 2026, the My Little Pony film will be celebrating its 9th anniversary this year in 2026. And I'm still feel liking that the My Little Pony film from 2017 will probably get re-released in theaters in next year in 2027, because that will probably be the time when it's because I feel like it would fit perfectly next year in 2027, having a re-release in theaters. And that's the end of the video. Since I wanted to try to make the video just a little bit longer, I'm gonna tell you guys two My Little Pony like announcements we had this year in 2025. So, a My Little Pony announcement we had in 2025 of last year, and it was around July. Last year in July, Variety and Deadline reported telling us that a live-action My Little Pony the movie is officially in development at Amazon MGM Studios and Hasbro. Now, of course, when I heard about this, I was like a little confused about what was Amazon MGM Studios. Well, Amazon MGM Studios is actually Amazon who bought the copyright to MGM Studios. And what I even heard about this live action project is that the film is in early development, meaning that there's no director, no cast, no screenwriter, or no release date planned. So My Little Pony fans are gonna have to probably wait. Another My Little Pony announcement we had last year in 2025 was that we're gonna get a reboot in next year. So that's 2027. I'm wondering about what is the reboot gonna be. I'm hoping that in this reboot will be Twilight and her friends making their final comeback, because nobody did not like G5, and I say that the main six is like the ones that I feel like that should definitely make the comeback. Even when I heard about the live action project, I was even thinking about making my own live action My Little Pony film. Well, I'm trying to work on a script so I can actually like send it to Hasbro or MGM Studios. Because in this pitch for a live action My Little Pony film I have is that I would bring back Twilight and her friends. I might do a video of my details on a live action My Little Pony film, my ideas. And that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends or your family members, and I'll see you guys in the next video review.